says, JP Morgan Chase banking alert. Did you attempt a Zelle payment in the
The trouble started when Lisa Mae Osborne got an unexpected text message warning Chase Bank alert. Did you attempt a Zelle payment for the amount of $5,000?
And I just immediately answered no.
The Portland woman had received fraud warnings like this before, but then the phone rang and the number showed Chase Bank, although it wasn't really. A scammer claimed to be a bank rep in the fraud department and even provided account information, making his story even more believable. It's not clear where the scammer got all these details.
And they asked me if these were the last 4 digits of my social security number, and they read me those numbers. And so
the crook suggested the bank could reverse the fraudulent charges by using a mobile banking app called Zelle.
Zelle is an easy way to send and receive money with friends and family.
Osborne hadn't used Zelle before, but recognized the name. It's owned by several banks, including Chase, and widely promoted. Zelle is built right into their mobile and online banking.
It wasn't a separate app on my phone. I was in the Chase online banking service.
The crook helped Osborne set up a Zelle account, then transfer money to herself, thinking it was a refund. Instead, the fraudster likely diverted those payments, although it's not clear how. The money, taken out of her 3 Chase accounts, went to the scammer.
$23,000 plus.
It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. It's a very big portion of my earnings in a year.
Throughout this scam, which played out over a couple days, Osborne tried to alert the real Chase Bank several times.
I called Chase again the next day. What's going on? Why is this happening? Why haven't you stopped this? Hold, please. I was on hold 2.5 hours, probably, and then the call dropped.
Similar stories have been reported around the U.S.
NBC News found people across the country who say hackers used Zelle to drain their bank accounts.
I had $3,000 get pulled out of my account.
$190.
$1,500.
A Zelle spokesperson said protecting consumers from fraud and scams is a top priority for us, and the company is warning people about this sophisticated phishing scheme.
Hi, this is Mark with your bank. I've noticed your account's been locked and I just need your bank credentials to help you get that unlocked.
The Portland woman hoped her longtime bank, Chase, would help recover her lost money. She called and called multiple departments.
So far, Chase's response to me has been that this is my fault and that I should have known.
After weeks of fighting and filing claims, along with a separate inquiry from KGW, Chase changed its mind and agreed to help. Osborne got her money back. Federal law requires banks to reimburse you for this type of fraud. Chuck Harwood is with the Federal Trade Commission.
The important part is you need to act immediately. There is a federal law called the Electronic Funds Transfers Act, EFTA, that limits your liability when you are the victim of a scam like this and when you transfer money in an unauthorized way.
Another federal agency, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, confirmed to KGW that consumers who suffer unauthorized transactions are entitled to this federal protection, and banks are required to refund the stolen money. Chase wouldn't respond to our direct questions about Osborne's case, citing customer privacy. Instead, a bank spokesperson issued a written statement explaining in part, "We urge all consumers never to share their banking password or to send money to someone who says it will prevent fraud on their account. Bank employees won't call, text, or email consumers asking for this, but crooks will."
I do believe they are responsible to help their customers with this.
Osborne worries that scammers have found a weakness and are exploiting the system. So consumers need to protect themselves. Never trust anyone who calls or texts and wants you to perform a financial transaction, even if the person appears to be from your bank. Instead, call the bank yourself. And don't give out verification codes to anyone, because you never know who's on the other end of the line.
Okay, KGW's Kyle Laboshi joining us now. So Kyle, unfortunately, this is probably going to happen again. I mean, so what should people do if they get ripped off like this?
I'd say complain as soon as possible with as much documentation as possible. That means filing a complaint with your bank or any other company involved. And speed is really important here. In most cases, by law, you've got 2 days after you learn that you've been duped to file a report. So do that right away. Also, file complaints with the FTC and State Attorney General's office. That could be Oregon, Washington, wherever you may live. They document these type of situations and sometimes can help. And really be prepared for a fight here. Banks, they should take responsibility, but sometimes that takes some pushing.
Yeah, as you proved, for sure. All right, Kyle Leboshi, thank you.